Thundercast Basketball. I'm Emerson Beavers.
And I'm Cole Proctor.
And, you know, today's going to be a great game. It's South Tahoe versus the Truckee Wolverines. Logan Chapman is back after an injury. Knocked him out of last time's game. It's just going to be a great game.
Yeah, it's really looking to be a very exciting game out here.
Yeah, great matchup. And, you know what, we'll see you guys on the court.
Yep. We are now listening to the national anthem performed by our own Braulio Garcia. Say that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that, please. Your officials for this afternoon's contest.
And here are the starting five for the Truckee Wolverines.
Now let's meet starting lineups. First, representing Truckee Wolverines. At guard, junior, number 3, Isaac Cruz.
We have number 3, Isaac Cruz for the Wolverines. 21, Spencer Edmondson.
At guard, sophomore, number 23, Ethan Flynn.
And we have number 23, Ethan Flynn.
At guard, sophomore, number 43, Trevor Stockton.
And number 43, Trevor Stockham.
And at forward, senior, number 40, Sawyer Thompson.
And number 40, Sawyer Thompson. That's your start lineup for the Truckee Wolverines.
Now starting lineup for the South Tahoe Vikings. At guard, junior, number 4, Frank Aquilina. At guard, junior, number 12, Cameron Lehman.
Junior at guard, Frank Aquilina.
Junior, number 3, Ethan, number 25, Ethan Ward.
Cameron Lehman, number 12.
And forward, senior, number 5, Kevin Lehman.
Number 25, Ethan Ward.
And at forward, senior, number 11, Cameron Johnson.
Number 5, Kevin Lehman.
Time to tip it off.
And number 11, Cameron Johnson. That is your Vikings starting lineup.
This should be a really great game. We got two very strong starting fives here. I mean, we got many of the best Viking players. You know, we got Kevin Lehman, who we saw shine against North Valley. Also, Cameron Johnson really tying the team together. You know, really enhancing the communication and just the teamwork.
Johnson, Old Faithful.
Yeah. And that's number 21, Edmondson with the ball. Edmondson passes to Flynn. Flynn to Edmondson, back to Flynn, to Edmondson. Edmondson with a shot, it's no good. Rebound is taken by Ward. Ward passes to Aquilina. Aquilina to Lehman. Lehman to Johnson.
Viking offense running very fluently right now.
Definitely. Aquilina now with the ball. Pass to John.
Taking the ball back to his team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we really see the Vikings put their bodies on the line just to get the ball, and it really pays off in the score and just team spirit. Okay, Cameron Lehman off the ball, pass to Aquilina. Aquilina to Johnson. Johnson with a shot. It's no good. Rebound taken by Cruz. Cruz passes to Flynn. Flynn to Edmondson. Edmondson to number 40, Thompson.
Focused on penetrating into the pocket.
Lehman with the ball. Lehman to Johnson. And it's in! What an amazing play.
Taking it all the way down the court for that layup.
And now Ethan Flynn passes the ball to Cruz. Cruz to Flynn, can't quite get a hold of it. Ward gets the ball. Ward to tall Lehman.
Ward is holding it down for the South Tahoe.
And now Cameron Lehman with a shot. It's no good. And there's a whistle on that play. Score is 2-0, 5:55 remaining in the first quarter.
South Tahoe is very
Lehman with a Trevor. Johnson trying to get past his defender. Stalk him, can't quite make it past to Kevin Lehman, back to Cameron Johnson. Cameron Johnson tries to pass the ball to
Ethan Ward saving the ball there.
And Ethan Ward can't quite make it to Johnson. Ball's taken by Cruz. Cruz gets past Lehman, tries to get past Johnson, can't quite make it in. And
Cameron Johnson visibly upset about that.
yeah, he would be, you know.
Getting pushed over, not fun.
Yeah. Cruz now performing the free throws. These are very important. Can't quite make the first one there.
Score right now is 4-0 for the Vikings.
Oh, and nothing but net on the second free throw there. Cameron Lehman passed the
Thinking
ball
it
to
makes
Cameron
it
Johnson.
4-1.
Cameron Johnson, Ethan Ward. Ethan Ward passed to Logan Chapman, who takes a shot. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Ward.
Trucky's hands right there.
His
Team.
That was called on Truckee. Colina coming in for Cameron, coming in for Ethan Ward and Cameron Lehman.
Truckee clearly playing a little rougher than us right now.
Yeah, Truckee so far has 3 fouls, while Sato only has 1. But the score does not reflect that. You know, it's still 4-1 in favor of the Vikings. 4:49 remaining in this quarter.
Looks like it got a little intense there. Truckee getting up in Cameron Johnson's grill and sending the ball over to Lars.
And looks like it'll be out on Truckee once again. Cameron Johnson tossing the ball in. And now we have number 44, Sam Ferguson, coming in. And that's
Long shot to
Johnson.
Frankie.
That's Johnson to Aquilina. Aquilina passes to Lehman. Lehman passes to Chapman. Chapman takes a shot. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Ferguson. Ferguson passes the ball to Flynn. Flynn to Cruz. Cruz to Edmondson. Edmondson to Flynn. And that will be South Tahoe's ball.
Someone pushed Lars Ferrier.
Yeah, it was number 44, Sam Ferguson. Frank Aquilino out with the ball. Passes.
Logan.
And now it's number 23, Flynn, with the ball. And it's timeout called by the Wolverines. It's been a great quarter so far. Vikings ahead by 3. Communicating, working as one unit, it has been much better than, many other teams that we've played so far this season.
Again, Truckee trying to penetrate to below the hoop.
Yeah, and now we have Kevin Lehman with the ball. Kevin Lehman and Logan Chapman, who can't quite make it there, and it's going to be out of bounds.
Putting in great effort there, Logan. You could really tell that Logan was putting his all into getting that ball.
we have Ethan Flynn with the ball, passes to Stockham. Stockham to Edmondson. Edmondson with a shot. It's no good. Oh, it is. It makes it right there. And Lehman
Ball just bouncing
with the ball,
around the hoop.
Passes to Aquilina. Scores 4-3. Aquilina passes to Lehman. Lehman to the slightly smaller Lehman. And Cameron Lehman with a layup.
The old Lehman 1-2.
Yeah, we just saw Lehman, and with the score. Score is 6-3 now in favor of the Vikings. And here we have Edmondson passes to Ferguson. Ferguson to
Again, you have the big men on Truckee penetrating down below the hoop.
And still does not work. And now I see 43 with a shot, and it does.
The Vikings' power is coming from their height here, as you can see that Kevin Lehman and Lars Ferrier are making sure that they stay below the hoop to counter any penetration that the Truckee team is attempting.
Yeah, so we saw just Trevor Stockham making a great shot there. 6-5 is now the score. But, it's really, Vikings seem to be pretty evenly matched now in size to Truckee, but a lot of the teams that the Vikings do play are much taller and bigger than the Vikings, and that's why the Vikings have been really great at ball handling and speed, which is how they can win against some bigger teams.
True, true. Kevin Lehman taking it in.
Now in the game for the Vikings. Kevin Lehman will be tossing the ball in. Kevin Lehman to Aquilina. Aquilina can't quite get past Hogarth right there, so she's looking for an angle. Gets a shot off. It's no good, and there's a whistle. And that'll be a personal foul on number 11, Jamie Hogarth. Cameron Johnson tossing the ball in. Cameron Johnson passes to Kevin Lehman.
The Truckee team really just throwing their weight around, trying to get the ball away any way they can.
It's the end of the game, but this is just the first quarter. I mean, we're only, 6 minutes into the game at this point, and Truckee's already starting to get physical.
And we have to note, Truckee, it has been working in some effect. Truckee has moved up their score from 1 to 5.
But with it, Vikings only with one foul, while Truckee has 6, and you'd really expect Truckee to be pulling ahead at this point, but they are not, and they're just giving up those fouls, and that's not gonna be helpful for them in the future. Kevin Lehman now with a layup attempt, and it's no good. Rebound is taken by number 23, Ethan Flynn. Flynn going for the layup.
Oh, man. The Vikings really taking their time getting back across the court. That could hurt them if they don't speed up.
Cameron Lehman now with the ball. Goes for a shot. It's good. Nice. 2 more points for the Vikings. 8-5 is now the score. 1:20 remaining in the first quarter. Now here we see number 23, Ethan Flynn with the ball. Ethan Flynn passes to Edmondson. Edmondson with a shot. It's good. That's a 3-pointer by Spencer Edmondson. Score is now tied at 8. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
With the ball back to Cameron Lehman, we have to notice that Cameron Lehman is really just coming alive today. Really showing his stuff, not as much as he did in the North Valley game, and it's really some improvement from him.
And we really see almost every game it's one of the Lehman brothers that really shines. Against the North Valley game, it was really Andrew Lehman, we even called him the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the team. He was making shot after shot and just throwing his weight around, trying to stop North Valley from scoring in any way possible. And today we really see Cameron Lehman shining.
He's really driving to the basket again and again.
Yes, and that's again. It's Cameron Lehman once again, and we just really seen that over and over. 20 seconds remaining in the game. 10-8 is now the score. Here we have Spencer Edmondson.
Score now 10-8 for the Vikings with 10 seconds left in the quarter.
And that is Flynn passes back to Edmondson.
Truckee's going to do anything. Flynn. They got to do it now.
Flynn with a shot. It's no good. Ball is taken by Cameron Johnson. Buzzer beater attempt. Can't quite make it. That's a pretty long throw, so be amazing if it made it, but,
Cameron Lehman just game. In North Valley, he was definitely a powerhouse, but he's really showing what he can do here in the first quarter, driving to the net over and over.
Both Camerons have really been showing what they can do. Welcome back from that replay. You know, both Camerons really been showing, you know, what they can do today. Cameron Lehman really, you know, going for the basket and scoring. You know, so Cameron Johnson really, you know, bringing out the communication of his team. We really saw that with Haley Nacarado in the first game, and now we really see this with Cameron Johnson. It really helps the teams.
Yeah, Cameron's just keeping it all together. You've got Cameron Lehman pushing to the net over and over again, and you've got Cameron Johnson just bringing it up all around, keeping everyone working together.
And here we have Cameron Lehman going for the hoop once again. Not really anybody there to
nobody
is able to stop him.
They can't stop him out there.
Truckee almost standing there like they have no idea what to do, and just leaving the door wide open for Cameron Lehman.
It seems that Truckee really needs to switch its defensive strategy to counter Cameron Lehman here, because they're just really letting him in over and over again.
And looks like there might be a foul on the play.
We haven't heard the call yet. So the score is looking like 12-8 in the beginning of the second period. Quarter.
Yeah, it's 7:50 remaining in the second quarter, and it's just been a great game so far. Truckee can't quite find the energy that they need in order to beat the Vikings, but
Truckee tries to knock it back in and accidentally knocks it right back into the face of number 14, John Egan.
And that just really shows you that, you know, it's really about the communication and knowing where your teammates are.
Being spatially aware of your teammates is incredibly important to a basketball team.
And now here we have Chapman with the ball. Chapman passes the ball off to Cameron Johnson. Cameron Johnson out to Lars Ferrier.
And passing out.
Lars Ferrier with a layup attempt. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Flynn. Knocked out of his hands by the Vikings.
Ward just really trying his best to get the ball back there under the net.
Yeah, ends up knocking it out. Edmondson tosses the ball into Flynn. Flynn passes back to Edmondson. Edmondson leading the charge. Edmondson trying to get by his defenders, ending up tackling Logan Chapman.
Unclear if that call could be called a charge. Logan, for a charge. Oh, it seems like the foul is on Truckee. But you see, the reason that I wasn't sure there is for a charge to be called, a defensive player must set their feet, and that is always a point of contention with referees.
And there's a shot by the Vikings. 14-8 is now the score. 6:53 remaining in the second quarter. It's just been a great game. Truckee has 7 fouls on them, and Southall only with 1. I mean, you'd really expect with that many fouls that Truckee would be in the lead, but they are not. Southall with almost twice the points as Truckee.
He let you finish your thought, and then he was
Out on the court come Cameron Johnson, Lars Ferrier, Cameron Lehman, Ethan Ward, and Logan Chapman. And here we see Flynn with the ball.
So Truckee's really got to change up its strategy here, because right now South Tahoe is countering them at every turn.
Yeah,
You've got Cameron Lehman driving to the net. You've got the Viking defensive strategy, putting their big men under the court, under the hoop, so that Truckee just can't drive in.
And you know, like Vikings everywhere where the Wolverines just do not want them. You know, any place that think of, there's a player there, and it's makes it almost impossible for the Wolverines to get to there to score. Logan Chapman tosses the ball and passes to Kevin Lehman. Kevin Lehman to Logan Chapman, 3-point attempt. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Edmondson. Edmondson passes to Flynn. Flynn passes to Hogarth. Hogarth to Flynn. And we've really just seen, like, right now, it's been a great example of the lack of communication on the Truckee team. You know, all of them yelling at each other, where are you, why are you there? And that just can't be the case, you know. If you're two if you're too focused on like why your teammates aren't where they're supposed to be, it makes it hard to focus on scoring.
Exactly. A team has to be a well-oiled machine, and a well-oiled machine can't work if they're all just criticizing each other in an aggressive manner.
And that was an amazing play right there by number 11, Jamie Hogarth, jumping out of bounds and tossing the ball in. Flynn gets past Kevin
Truckee,
Lehman with a shot.
in a moment
it's
of
good.
weakness, Truckee takes it to the hoop there.
It's 14-10 now. Cameron Johnson passes to Cameron Lehman. Cameron Lehman going for the hoop with a shot. It's good, too. That's 2 more points for the Vikings. 16-10 is now the score. 5:30 remaining in the first half.
And while Truckee took advantage of South Tahoe's moment of weakness there, they still can't seem to stop Cameron Lehman from going to the basket.
And here we have Hogarth with the ball. Hogarth passes to Edmondson. Edmondson out to Flynn. Flynn with a three-point attempt. It's no good. Rebound taken by Lehman.
It seems like Truckee is, like I said, changing their strategy here, trying to take longer shots as opposed to driving to the net. Still remains to be seen if that will be successful.
Yeah, they realize they cannot get past the Viking defense and get up close to that net, and now they're going to have to try to get it from further away, which is, of course, always more difficult and a little bit riskier. Is a foul called on number 21, Spencer Edmondson, on the Wolverines.
Seems like 21 is having a conversation with the referee.
Yeah, it looks like that might be a warning right there.
In my experience, never good idea to talk with the referee after a foul. That can always result in something much worse if you say the wrong thing.
They're just here to help out. They don't want to make everything more difficult. And fighting with that doesn't help anybody. This is Kevin Lehman with the free throw. We've talked about how important these are in the past. Couldn't quite make the first one. Hopefully can make the second one here. Bring the score up to 16-10. Sorry, 17-10.
And like we said, every free throw counts. It could come down to 2 points, and that means that every point scored so far contributed to that. And you really just need to take every shot as incredibly important.
Yeah, some people might say, oh, it's just the little details. It's a point, but that's what makes up the bigger picture of it. Score is still 16-10. Kevin Lehman missing both of his free shots, and 4:53 remaining in the first half.
For those of you who don't understand what just happened there, Truckee passed the ball over and back on the halfway point, which counts as a situation where the ball is given to the other team.
Logan Chapman now performing a free throw. That 9 fouls already on Truckee. So now, every foul, by Truckee will now result in a free throw for South Tahoe. Logan Chapman misses his shot.
And not only that, but if they keep fouling, they're bound to reach a point where some players hit the foul limit and have to be taken out of the game, and that is always a concern if you're focusing on an aggressive stance in your play.
And we've seen all day today, Truckee with more and more fouls than Tahoe, but Truckee right there just making that three-pointer. 16-13 is now the score. 4:21 remaining in the first half. Logan Chapman now with the ball. Logan Chapman passes to Kevin Lehman.
Kevin driving to the hoop.
And Kevin Lehman with a score. This time it's the tallest Lehman brother who gets that point. 2 more points to the Vikings. 18-13 is now the score. 4:10 remaining in the first half. Kevin Lehman now performing a free throw on top of his 2 points. Kevin Lehman makes one of his free throw shots, bringing the score up to 19-13. Vikings now 6 points ahead once again. And here we
and on the note of a 3-point shot, Truckee up to 10 fouls now.
That just can't be good. Number 11, Hogarth with the ball. Hogarth passes to Gayton. Gayton back to Ferguson. Ferguson with a shot. It's no good, and
it seems they've tried to start driving in again, but like I said before, it's just not working, especially with Ethan Ward and Kevin Lehman down below. They just can't get the shots over him.
And this is the second foul on the Vikings so far this game. Sam Ferguson will be performing the free throw, 2 shots. First one's good, and you know, like, that's really important. That's what the Vikings need to do, you know, make the free throws. They're very important to the game, especially later in the game, but it's still important now. Bogart making both of his free throws, Ferguson making both his free throws, no problem, and scores down 19-15. And now
Kevin Lehman taking point here.
Kevin Lehman passed to Ethan Ward. Ethan Ward to Aquilina.
Aquilina driving in. Right to Logan Chapman, who was set up. They had that set up. Logan Chapman down low, ready to receive a pass if he needed to. And with Frankie driving in, they could just put it up there. It was perfect.
And I have Elliot Rust coming in, and it looks like there will be a foul on it. On the play, Sawyer Thompson coming in for number 44, Sam Ferguson, for the Wolverines. Scores now 21-15, 3 minutes remaining in the first half. And number 43, Trevor Stockham, will be tossing the ball in.
Looks like that's the 3rd foul for South Tahoe so far this game. Again, incredibly low compared to Truckey's staggering 10 fouls.
And now Cameron Johnson with the ball, and this is where we often see the Truckee fouls. Vikings make a press for
Cameron
the hoop,
driving
and they
in.
can't quite stop him. Aquilina now with a shot. It's no good. Rebound is almost taken by Cameron Lehman, but it's actually taken by Lewis Gaten.
Cameron Lehman back on the court. We could see some more incredible drives here.
And
that looks good. Looks like Cameron Johnson took the charge.
Pushed by number, I believe that was 43, Trevor Stockham. Kevin Lehman will be tossing the ball in here.
Again, like I said before, taking the charge can really help your team in a moment of tension, because if the ref sees that you were shoved over, your team can take the ball right back to them, no questions asked. And it's just a great move to be able to set that up for yourself.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but Kevin Lehman with a shot. Score up to 23-15. It's still important though that the Vikings, you know, play this game like it's a one-point game, not like they're ahead by quite a few. They need to play it like it's a one-point game, like they could lose at any time, and they have been doing that, and that's really what makes these players shine. Cameron Lehman ducking all of the defenders, couldn't quite make it in. Ward now with the ball. Ward passes to Kevin Lehman. Kevin Lehman to Cameron Lehman. Cameron Lehman with a 3-point attempt. It's good.
It's good.
Straight into the
wow,
basket.
Cameron Lehman just lighting it up inside and outside of the key this game.
Yeah, 26-15 is now the score. Number 42, Ross with the ball, passes to Gaten. Gaten tries to pass.
Cameron Lehman takes it,
Can't
driving.
make it. Cameron Lehman going for it. Layup, and it's good.
Oh my God, Truckee just not even trying to stop him there. He is a juggernaut.
And he's telling the other team, this is his game, this is his court, and he's gonna win it.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. All right.
His sister Drew, of course, also wearing the number 15.
Score is 28-15 for the Vikings. Vikings just tearing up the court today.
But like, if you just saw the number of fouls, you would assume that Truckee is winning. But you know, look at that: 10 fouls for Truckee, only 4 for South Tahoe, and South Tahoe more than 10 points ahead, 13 in fact.
I can see in any situation an aggressive play style like Truckee is showing today could work very well in most situations. But the Vikings are just shutting it down at every turn.
Yeah, you know, the Vikings really just getting in their faces, but not, you know, still following the rules, and that's very important. You know, there's a difference between, you know, stopping somebody and, you know, pushing them back. And that's really what we've seen the difference between in this game.
Yeah, if you
13-point difference between those two.
In most situations, this aggressive play style would really just be met with like an aggressive response. You play like this, you're gonna really make the other team angry. And South Tahoe is keeping their cool here and just showing Truckee that it has no effect on them.
Well, I mean, for example, in the North Valley game, both teams using a very aggressive play style, lots of fouls being called. But, you know, this is a new first. You know, South Tahoe keeping it really calm and still scoring over repeatedly. While Truckee is not reverting to skill to stop the Vikings, but rather just to brute force. And yet another foul.
Looks like maybe there was some contact between Cameron Johnson and number 42, I believe.
It was either 42 or 23 on the Wolverines. Yep, number 23, Ethan Flynn. Cameron Johnson performing the free throw. He's usually been very consistent with his free throws, which is really a great sign of a good player. And that's it. See, that's right what we need right here. 29-15 is now the score.
If you just keep widening the gap like it's a one-point game, then they'll never catch up.
Vikings
and unless Truckee really starts treating this like they are within 1 point of each other, they're just going to keep falling behind.
And, you know, Vikings now twice as many points as the Wolverines. 30-15 is now the score. 1 minute left in the first half. And
whoa, Cameron Johnson
right between the legs.
Leapfrogging over that ball to keep it in.
Kevin Lehman, who is now on the ground.
Let's go, guys.
That save was incredible.
That was an incredible save, right between the legs. And that is a foul on number 11, Jamie Hogarth. That's his second personal foul. Kevin Lehman will be performing the free throw. And that's a looks to be a technical foul on the Wolverines, I believe. Number 43, Stockham, throwing the ball down onto the ground. And, you know, that's just unsportsmanlike.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no need for that at all.
See, this is exactly my point. You got this aggressive play style, and when it's met with the calm, cool, collected heads of the Vikings right now, they're just going to get more and more angry. And when they're throwing the ball down like this, it really is only hurting them.
Yeah, score's now 31-15. Kevin Lehman making one of his free throws earlier.
What Truckee needs to do right now is really just try to keep a cool head, and that way they can really improve their play against the Vikings. But it just doesn't look like it's happening right now.
Yeah, it does not. You know, Vikings staying cool while Truckee gets more and more wound up, and that's just really going to affect the psychology of what they can do. And 50 seconds left. Aquilino now with the ball. Aquilino with a shot. It's no good, and there is a whistle on the play. Score's now 32-15. Cameron Johnson making one of his shots.
Truckee rushing it up the court,
Hogarth
trying to
with the
get it
ball.
up there before the Vikings can get back.
Flynn now with the ball, delaying a bit and letting the Vikings to build up their defense. Now it's Hogarth again with the ball. Passes to number 44, Pergerson. Pergerson with a shot. It's no good. And it's knocked out of bounds by what looks to be the Vikings.
We are at 30 seconds here in the end of the first half. The score is 32-15. The Vikings really just putting their best foot forward here.
And here we go. Flynn now tossing the ball in for the Truckee. Passes the ball to Hogarth. Hogarth to Flynn. Flynn with a shot. It's no good. Rebound is taken by number 40.
Truckee
Sawyer
just trying to get
Thompson.
these last-minute
Can't
points,
make
but it just won't
18
happen for them.
And now it's Hogarth with the ball. Passes to Hunt. Passes to Flynn. Flynn with a shot. It's good. Three-pointer for the three. That's a three-pointer for the 3, 2, 1. Shot. Logan Chapman with a buzzer beater attempt. It's no good. 32-18 is now the score.
Score at the end of the half is 32-18 for the Vikings.
Here we are at halftime. We got a special interview with the cheerleading coach here at South Tahoe High School, and we'd like to go to that now if possible, so take a look. Okay, I'm Emerson Beavers, and I'm standing here with Coach Denise, the coach for the cheer team, and I just wanted to ask her a couple of questions. So, Coach Denise, how do you feel about last game and how the cheer teams affected that game?
I think I was very proud of the cheer team and how they responded to what we call in the spirit world as a cheer challenge. It may not have been done in a nice way by the other team, but I was very proud of my girls by stepping up and answering the cheer challenge, because that happens throughout the cheer world, where they'll challenge you, another team will challenge you, and you respond and you go back and forth. And they did a really nice job, and they did it in a very nice and spirited way. Yeah, I was pretty proud of them.
Okay, and so what do you think the cheer team's role is in the game? Like, what's their role and what's their goal?
To instill spirit in the school, to get the school to come out and support their teams and to be there for the teams, and to encourage everybody to basically just to be there and support the teams and get school spirit going and have a lot of fun together.
And what does a typical practice look like for the cheer team, and how often do you do those practices?
We practice 4 and 5 times a week, and it's 2 hours plus practice. They practice just like the basketball team does, just like the football team does. They're long practices, they're hard practices, because we're mainly working on stunts and routines. At the beginning of the season, we start out learning the cheers and working on the cheers, and then we get more advanced and work on stunting and routines for the halftime.
I noticed you guys have been running the snack shack the last couple of days. Is that like a fundraising for you guys?
It is for the cheerleaders. That's our main fundraiser during basketball season. We do the snack shack, and that helps to raise its funds so that they can get things like maybe a sweatshirt at the end of the year, or if we have the ability to go to competition that year, it'll help pay to go to competition.
Okay, thank you for talking to us.
Sunshine.
Hey, I'm Cole Proctor, and this is Emerson Beavers, and we're commentating on the Vikings boys varsity team. Right now, the Vikings are really just tearing it up and really just showing Truckee what for.
Yeah, the score is now 32-18 in favor of the Vikings. 4 minutes and 35 seconds remaining at halftime. I mean, this is a crazy amount of fouls we saw in the last half, mostly done by Truckee. I mean, Truckee ended with the half with 10 fouls, so that's just incredible.
Yeah, it really, Truckee's playing very aggressively right now, and South Tahoe is just not having it. They're really just shutting them down at every turn. Like, Truckee is just Truckee is trying to force themselves up under the hoop, and South Tahoe is stopping them there, and they're just not able to make the long shots right now. So Truckee really needs to change up their tactics for this to be a successful game for them.
And you talked about the long shots, and like the short shots take a little bit less concentration, but the long shots take a lot of concentration to make. And just the Truckee team seems to be just getting riled up because they're not doing as well as they'd hoped. And South Tahoe's keeping a cool head, stopping every attempt, and Truckee just can't get the concentration together to be able to make an amazing play.
Yeah, absolutely. Like South Tahoe, they're making their shots, especially Cameron Lehman, who has been driving under the hoop all game, just really showing us what he can do. And Cameron Johnson bringing up the outside, really just rounding out the Viking. And Truckee, with their I'm sure they're used to having the team running scared with this aggressive stance, and it's just not working on the Vikings, and that is frustrating them. We saw a technical at the end of the last half when one of the Truckee players threw the ball down, and that
wasn't even on a play that was amazing or something. It was just free throw. He made it. He was just very angry about it.
Yeah.
Push the ball down on the ground, and that's how you lose the game.
Exactly. You just
make the
can't
situation
do stuff
worse.
like that.
Every time you do that, it makes the situation worse. It might make you feel better for a fraction of a second, but then right after that, you're feeling way worse, and everybody's feeling way worse.
Absolutely. And we've got the Viking team headed back onto the court right now.
We just got word Carl Valiente is not playing today. We usually see him in the starting five, but not playing today due to a concussion. As you can tell, he's not even on the bench today, and that's one of the.
He's sitting on the bench.
Oh, sorry, my bad. He is on the bench today. Cannot play due to concussions.
Well, him and Jason are both on the. Blame it on other people.
We've got Truckee back on the court right now.
So demanding for such a traitorous bastard. I was like, you don't even give me good players. They're all good. They're tropicals, freaking Skittles. It's an M&M, right? My mouth was just like, denied.
Scout's just been telling me
back into the game. We see Stockham now with the ball for the Wolverines. Passes to number 40, Sawyer Thompson, but there's a whistle on the play.
Looks like the Vikings make the first foul of the second half here.
And that was also the same with the first half.
Truckee trying to get up under the net. Frankie on a runaway.
Aquilina gets the knock ball out of him, but Cameron Lehman gets the shot.
That was incredible.
That shows the teamwork that the Vikings have. Aquilina knew he couldn't quite make it. Hands it off to Cameron Lehman, who's right in the perfect spot. Perfect shot.
Oh my gosh, on that runaway, it looked like it was all over when Frankie couldn't get it up there, but it went to Cameron, and it's just incredible what happened.
And it's Aquilina
right
once again, back to another Cameron, and he scores, but there was a whistle on that.
Ooh,
technical
looks like a
foul.
Technical on Truckee again.
That looks like another technical foul.
Looks like number
on
43
Truckee.
just received a technical foul.
I believe that's his second technical foul. Yes, I believe that is his second technical foul. Oh, no, sorry. Second technical foul by Truckee. Not the second technical foul, though, by
number 43.
by number 43.
I'm not quite clear on what happened there, but it looked like it looked bad.
I don't know. Do we have a replay on that? I'm not sure. Okay, Aquilino makes the first shot. 35-18 now the score. 7:21 remaining in the third quarter.
Frankie sinking it.
Both of his. Way to go.
Looks
Cameron
like,
Johnson now with 2.
Yes, looks like there was a
Two technical fouls.
No, I believe that there was just a normal foul and a technical foul.
No, if there was a normal foul, they would be lined up.
Yep, that's 2 technical fouls, both on Truckee. I think both on number 43. That's why he got such a severe talking to by the ref. Cameron Johnson making another one, 37-18, and that really shows, the consistency of the Vikings, now 38-18. And that just shows the consistency of the Vikings, who are now ahead by 20.
And still the Vikings keeping a cool head, not getting aggravated by this Truckee violent stance towards game.
Aquilina passes to Kevin Lehman. Back to Aquilina. Aquilina to Cameron Lehman. Cameron back to Aquilina. Aquilina to Lehman.
Truckee is playing
Johnson.
a zone defense right now, which means that there's no defender assigned to a specific person. And they're trying to keep it very loose so that they can't have things like Cameron Lehman rushing to the pocket here.
And now.
Oh my goodness,
Cameron
a
Johnson.
bullet of
What
a pass.
An amazing of a pass. That was, right, like you said, like a bullet. I mean, I'm surprised Frankie was able to keep that.
Keep that from going out. That was just really incredible.
But since he did, I mean, that was a great play.
And then we had a trip by Truckee number 3.
Yeah, number 3,
Isaac Cruz.
Tripping Frankie Aquilina. Aquilina to
But
Cameron
like I said,
and Cameron Lehman.
Truckee seems to be trying to keep a zone defense here so that they can keep everyone outside of the key and trap them if they get into a bad position. But it just doesn't seem to be very effective.
Yeah, I'm not sure how effective that's going to be because the Vikings have proven that they are good at shooting 3-pointers. And, even though they are very close to the net, they also are very good outside of the key.
And as we saw just there, Cameron Johnson made a cut into the key, just like Cameron Lehman has right there.
And Cameron Lehman with a shot. It's good.
Zone defenses just fall apart when a team is able to get down into the key and receive a pass like that.
Yeah, and that's really was shown. Also, you got Cameron Lehman, the expert at getting in between the tight cracks and just getting into the key. And we've seen that with his brother and him. Kevin Lehman, not quite as much due to his bigger size, but Andrew Lehman and Cameron Lehman, slightly smaller than the average player on the team, getting through the cracks and making a huge difference.
Absolutely. And you see, a zone defense could be very effective against the Vikings play style, but they're just not keeping it tight enough. Exactly. Truckee, when Cameron Lehman got under,
on Truckee. Another technical foul.
Oh my God.
And that's how many technical fouls has that been? The frustration has gone from personal fouls, as we saw in the first half, to technical fouls and personal fouls, and you just can't have that. Sometimes a personal foul can't help the game, but technical fouls do not help Truckee at all. Score is 41-18.
Looks like Frankie and
6 of those points, by the way, on the board due to technical fouls just in this half.
yeah, absolutely. Frankie and Ethan going out. Andrew Lehman coming onto the court.
And here's a
with-
rare sight. We have all 3 Lehman brothers on the court. We have Andrew Lehman, who we called the mitochondria of the team last game.
Oh
And now
my.
Andrew Lehman with the ball. Passes to Cameron Lehman. Cameron Lehman with the shot. And
but it's
not
not
quite
good.
there.
But that penetration really does go to show that the Vikings are just tearing apart this zone defense.
Yeah,
And
Cruz with the layup. Passes to number Hunt. And now it's Flynn with the shot. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Cameron Lehman.
It's
Cameron
just-
Lehman passed to Logan Chapman.
Truckee is
Chapman
having
with the
a
ball
hard
goes
time
for a layup.
organizing
It's no
here.
good. Rebound is taken by Flynn.
Truckee's on a breakaway.
Flynn with a shot. It's good. That was actually a very remarkable shot there by, I believe that was Ethan Flynn. Score is now 20-41. Cameron Johnson now with the ball. Cameron Johnson to Andrew Lehman.
And like we said in the first half, Truckee has definitely switched up their play style here, but it's still too aggressive, and they're still just, they're getting too aggravated about how the Vikings are reacting to their play, and it's just not working out for them right now.
And yeah, you know, Vikings keeping their head cool, even after last game, you know, still staying cool, making sure they're focused on scoring, not on what the other team has done or the injustices that the refs might have given out. Now we have Chapman with the ball. Chapman passes to Kevin Lehman. Kevin Lehman passes to Cameron Lehman with a three-point attempt. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Isaac.
Looks like maybe there was a
Cruz.
push on the point of the Vikings there.
Yeah, it looks like there may have been a push. I'm not exactly sure. It's a personal foul.
Yeah, Logan Chapman
Logan Chapman.
pushed Isaac there.
That's only his first personal foul. And now we see Flynn with
Truckee
the ball.
driving up the court.
Flynn passes to number 40, Thompson.
South Tahoe is
to
playing
number
full
33.
court defense right now, trying to get the ball away on the other side of the court. This
Cruz
is
with a shot.
a
Rebound
risky tactic, though, because if Truckee is able to get past them, then there's almost nothing they can do to get back in time.
Yeah, definitely.
But it seems to be
it seems to be working. They're really counting on the Truckee team to, you know, lose their cool and make a simple mistake that should not be made.
Absolutely.
Here we see Isaac Crude. I mean, they're not wrong too. We've seen it quite a bit. Isaac Crude making those also important free throws.
We've got 4 minutes left in the third quarter here, with the score 41-22.
And here we see Logan Chapman pass the ball to Andrew Lehman. Back to Logan Chapman. Back to Andrew Lehman. Andrew Lehman pass to Logan Chapman. Chapman passes to Cameron Johnson.
Cameron penetrating.
And it looks like that Truckee has stopped using the zone defense, and it seems to work this first time, but that'll be a foul on the Wolverines. Sorry, foul on the Vikings. Number 21, Spencer Edmondson will be tossing the ball in. That's a foul on number 5, Kevin Lehman.
Vikings
his
still
first one.
remaining strong. Ooh. That's
What a shot by-
a two-point shot there.
By Isaac
Didn't
Cruz.
quite make the third three-pointer.
Andrew Lehman with the ball, pass to Logan Chapman. Logan Chapman passes to Kevin Lehman. It really seems like the Wolverines have started to kind of cool down. And really play.
But it
Kevin Lehman
doesn't
making-
matter because they make simple mistakes like that with number 40 just bowling into Kevin Lehman while in the middle of his shot, which is never not a foul.
Yeah, I gotta say, and that's really not good. If they, you know, making it. Okay, Kevin Lehman making his free throw. Scores now 44-24, Vikings leading by 20. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Timeout made by Truckee. So right now, the Vikings still remaining in control of the game despite the Wolverines seem to be renewing their efforts.
We've seen, fewer fouls so far this game. Fewer personal fouls from the Wolverines this half, but many more technical fouls. And, those are way worse,
Yes,
It's just not, it's not even comparable. And, sometimes there are advantages to get, doing a personal foul, especially towards the end of the game when it gets close, making, a team, putting the team under pressure, making the free throw, and stopping a three-pointer or something like that. But, just in this case, there's no reason.
Yeah.
There's no reason. And especially not a technical foul. A technical foul never helps.
Never.
There's no reason to ever do
like
that.
A normal foul might be a game changer if used correctly, trying to stop a team from stalling with the ball or just trying to get some changes in the game's
stopping
flow.
The clock, stopping
Absolutely,
the clock helps.
Yes.
You never want to get technical.
It can have a technical, poor choice of words. It can have a technical use in the game, but
Yes.
a technical foul never
does.
beneficial to the game, to the team.
Yelling at the refs or yelling at other players never helps, and it just makes everybody's day worse.
That looked like number 21 driving hard into Lars's chest there, but Lars didn't set his feet, which makes it, like I said earlier, not a charge. Actually benefiting Truckee more than it benefits the Vikings.
And now here we see number 23, Flynn with the ball. Almost loses it to Johnson, doesn't quite get it. Rebound is taken by Kevin Lehman. Kevin Lehman to Andrew Lehman. Andrew passes
Lehman
back
passes
to his
to Kevin.
older brother.
Back to Andrew.
Andrew Lehman with a shot. It's good.
Oh, it's good.
3-pointer.
Dropping dimes out here.
That shows his importance. Freshman on the varsity basketball team. First season ever playing for the high school, and he's already varsity, one of the better players on the team. And we just saw him.
Logan Chapman stealing the ball, driving down the court.
Yep.
Oh,
and he just gets pushed. That
was an incredibly rough block by number 21 on Truckee.
Yeah, that would be Spencer Edmondson for Truckee, number 23. It'll be a technical it'll be a personal foul.
Personal foul.
Logan
Not another
Chapman.
Technical foul. They don't need any more of those.
Logan Chapman will be forming the free throw. Yeah, if you look at that, Spencer Edmondson. Okay, Spencer Edmondson has already 4 personal fouls this game. That's gonna get up there and it's gonna catch up to him.
Yeah, one more of those and he's out of the
done.
game. Out of the game for the rest of the game.
And we've seen his play style, and he tends to have a lot of fouls in the game.
Looks like number 21 is talking to the ref. That is never a good decision.
And he's leaving the court.
Smack mouthing the ref is never a good idea.
47-24 is now the score. 2:24 remaining in the third quarter. But the Vikings still have to play this like it's a 1-point game.
Logan
And
Chapman making his second free throw.
Flynn passes to Ferguson. Ferguson to Cruz. Cruz
Ooh.
trying to get past Logan Chapman.
Interesting footwork by
And
Cruz
he
as he
scores.
takes it to the hoop.
26-48 is now the score. 2 minutes remaining. Kevin Lehman now with the ball. All 3 Lehman brothers now on the court. Back to Cameron Lehman. Cameron Lehman to Logan Chapman. Logan Chapman to Cameron Lehman. Back over to Kevin, who passes back to Cameron.
Another very important part of the Vikings offense here is how much they pass. Getting the ball around the key and making sure that they have openings everywhere.
And this really disrupts the Truckee defense, like right there.
Absolutely.
Distracting all the Truckee,
Andrew
passing
Lehman.
it to the younger Lehman.
Andrew Lehman almost unguarded as that was passed to him because of how much the Truckee team is moving around.
And that's the mitochondria that we all know. He's a powerhouse of this team.
Kevin Lehman,
Kevin Lehman
off his
just
own foot.
losing it, out of bounds.
Kevin Lehman, a little upset about that, but he seems like he's not doing
Mitochondria is
too
a
bad.
really good analogy because the Viking team has really been working like a single cell, many different parts, but all working as one unit. And we haven't seen that really from Truckee, but we've really seen that from South Tahoe. And Andrew Lehman being one of the powerhouses behind that cell.
Yes, absolutely. And Truckee is getting a lot of openings here. The Vikings seem to be opening up their defense a little more, and that could be to their detriment. But as long as they keep throwing these things into the net, it really doesn't matter.
Cameron
look at
Lehman
that.
out to Logan Chapman. Nobody to stop him.
Even in the most
Three-point attempt,
cramped
it's no good.
part of
Rebound is
the
taken
court.
by Cameron Lehman. Passes to Andrew Lehman. Pass to Logan Chapman.
Even in the
Chapman to
most
Kevin.
cramped part of the court, they still move the ball around expertly during this game.
And Andrew Lehman almost making Truckee throw the ball out of bounds.
40 seconds left in the third quarter.
And 51-28 is now the score. We have Perkerson with the ball. Perkerson with a shot. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Thompson. Can't quite make it. Rebound is taken by
That looked like
Cameron
a rough
Lehman.
ball there for number
Cameron
40 on
Lehman.
Truckee and
Both
Kevin
teams
Lehman.
missing one player. And it's no good.
The aggressive play style is still shining through for Truckee. Not nearly as bad as it was in the first half of the game, but still, they're
Definitely, but it looks like the Vikings may be going down a dangerous path here. It seems to be getting more physical every play. And, that's fine as long as they still keep their cool and they know when to stop being like that. Because, some physicality might be so good, but not too much. You never want too much.
And their strength in this game has been keeping it cool under pressure. And if that changes, they could be putting away points for no reason.
And Flynn with the ball. Flynn with a three-point attempt. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Andrew Lehman, who jumps and barely gets the ball. It's a shot by Kevin Lehman. It's no good either. Score is 51-28 at the end of the third quarter. 8 minutes remaining in this game. We'd like to welcome the dance team out onto the court.
Truckee team were even...
Okay, Andrew Lehman with the ball. Pass to Cameron Lehman. Cameron Lehman to Andrew Lehman. Andrew Lehman to Cameron Lehman. Over to Logan Chapman. Over to Cameron Lehman. Lehman to Chapman.
It looks
Chapman
like
to Lehman. This time Andrew Lehman. Over to his older brother Cameron Lehman.
it looks like the Vikings are really trying to play it safe here.
And Ethan Ward
still putting it up, but they're not driving nearly as hard as they used to, trying to play it safe with their incredibly inflated score.
It's quite amazing here, Almost it's like a 25-point lead, but they still got to play it like it's a 1-point game.
Like we said earlier, if you let it go down and stop playing it like you really need the points, then you can really lose score very fast.
Number 42, Elliot Rust, one of the players who got I don't know why he was so angry. I mean, he's getting to do the free shot here, which he makes. That'll make the score 29-53.
Also to note, the Vikings now have one more foul than Truckee with 7-6. The score is 53-29 with 7 minutes left in the game.
Logan Chapman with the ball, passes to Ethan Ward. Ethan Ward over to Logan Chapman. Logan Chapman over to Kevin Lehman.
As long
Cameron
as
Lehman,
they keep the
Cameron Lehman
again
makes the shot.
passing, incredible in that moment as they could get the ball around the court and to the pocket so easily.
And every one of these players on the court can score and does score.
But
it's not like they have one player that need to get it to. Anybody can score, and that makes defending it so much harder. Anybody can score, and so you really have to spread out that defense.
Absolutely. Although it does seem like the the Vikings are becoming more and more lax on defense, and that can cause problems for them later. But hopefully they can keep up their aggressive offense here to keep the score.
Get a little bit tired out by this game, but you know, a lot of physicality against them, and you know that takes a lot of energy from the Vikings to be able to combat that and not get hurt, and that takes a lot of energy, and you can kind of see how the defense may be starting to weaken a little bit on the Vikings. Hopefully they can find that energy once again.
Yeah. Here in a timeout, we're again on the fourth quarter of the game.
55-32 is now the score. Vikings leading by 23. Chapman passes to Cameron Lehman, back to Logan Chapman, over to Cameron Lehman. Cameron Lehman back to Logan Chapman. Oh, and it's back to Cameron Lehman, who would have guessed? And it's over to Nathan Carney back in the game for the first time. Can't quite make it. Andrew Lehman is taken by Hogarth, passes to Flynn. Flynn can't quite get past Logan here, looks for an opening, can't quite make it.
But there's nothing, it's knocked down. It looks like that might have been a foul on the Vikings though.
And Vikings, for the first time this game, more fouls than the other team.
And I believe this can be chalked up to just fatigue from playing so hard the entire game. But they can afford it right now as long as they don't let it get too serious.
Yeah, you know, there's a huge importance to scoring early, and you know, because it really affects the psychological aspect of the game for the other team. We really saw that today. You know, Vikings got ahead early, and Truckee just kind of fumbled the ball, losing all of their confidence, and also losing quite a few points. Logan Chapman now with the ball, pass to Andrew Lehman.
Andrew Lehman keeping it wide. The Vikings are clearly trying to stall for time a little bit here, trying to make sure that Truckee doesn't come back in some drastic way. Andrew Lehman in the pocket.
And he makes it.
Another score for the Lehman brothers.
Getting past the defense. Nobody seemed to notice him, and no questions asked, he scored. And Flynn passes to Edmondson.
Edmondson driving.
Edmondson with a shot.
Oh, but it's not successful. Ethan Ward out to Cameron.
Cameron Lehman passes to Logan Chapman. Well, look at that vertical right there. Logan Chapman out to Andrew Lehman, passes to Cameron Lehman. Cameron Lehman out to Andrew Lehman. Andrew Lehman out to Logan Chapman. And the ball is knocked out of his hands by number 42, Elliott Rust's hip.
It really looks like Truckee's really fighting for every second.
And there is a whistle.
Seems like number 42 is again experiencing some attitude issues that could spell disaster for him later.
He's really struggled with that all game.
That could also be chalked up to the energy of the crowd. But in this game, they're just really keeping it cool right up to the last minute. Sorry about that.
You gotta love that beautiful feedback.
It looks like that's another technical foul for Truckee. Looks like there's a bit of an argument between the refs and the Truckee coach. Visibly angry, the Truckee coach is just... The Truckee coach is especially just epitomizing his team's attitude right now. He is not happy.
That's another technical foul on number 21, Spencer Edmondson. And I think he's out of the game, yeah. That's his 6th foul. And
yeah.
I mean, because he already had 4, and now with the technical foul on top of that.
Yeah, I believe that Spencer Edmondson is out of the game for the duration of this last quarter.
Andrew Lehman can't quite make the first shot. Andrew Lehman visibly upset that he didn't quite make it, trying to play it off, but I believe in him. He can make this. And there it is. There's the Andrew Lehman look. Andrew Lehman gets 2 more shots. 2 more shots for Andrew Lehman. I guess there were 2 technical fouls called on Spencer Edmondson. Yeah, I know. 2 technical fouls called on Spencer Edmondson, both on Andrew Lehman.
You good, Andrew?
I have not seen that. 2 technical fouls by the same person on the same person.
It really
And
just
second one
betrays.
makes it. 2 more points to the Vikings.
It really just betrays the attitude issue with Truckee right here. I believe that everyone's heard it. Positive mental attitude really does make a difference. And it's okay to get fired up about a game, but letting it get out of hand like this is never good for your team.
And Cameron Lehman with a shot. It can't quite make it. And here we have Cruz with the ball.
Cruz is really trying to
Cruz
pull for his team here.
Ferguson passes to Flynn. Flynn to number 3, Cruz. Cruz with the shot. It's good.
It doesn't look like that was, it's being counted as a 3-point. I wasn't sure.
Shot right there. 59-36 is now the score. Vikings still ahead and still gaining on
4
Truckee.
minutes and 25 seconds left in the last quarter of the game.
And look at that passing right there. I mean, it's just passing.
Again, the passing
Truckee cannot
is
get organized.
the passing is quick. It's electric almost. How the ball flows between the different people on this team.
It's zipping in between all of the players, and Truckee just cannot get organized in order to defend the quick movement of the ball.
Absolutely.
And here we see number 3, Cruz with a shot, and it's good. After bouncing up on the rim, it makes it straight down in the hoop. 38-59 is now the score.
Cameron
and look at Cameron
running up
Lehman
the
getting
court.
past the defense. Defender.
Loses it at the last second.
Cruz passes to
going-
Flynn. I think you meant Truckee there.
Yes, I did.
And here
I
we
don't
see
know what you're talking about.
Aquilina with the ball. Aquilina passes to Cameron Lehman. Sorry, Andrew Lehman.
Oh, that was a
Can't make
definite
it.
foul by number
That's a
42.
definite foul.
A consistent attitude issue from number 42, especially here as he directly slaps Andrew Lehman's hand away from the ball.
And that'll be his 3rd foul this game. Andrew Lehman having quite a few penalties, and he's benefiting from it. Making quite a few free throws, and we really saw that also last game against North Valley. He kept putting himself out there, and he gets hit a lot, but it really pays off. He can make the free throws, and he does try to make the free throws, and it's really been paying off.
We've got about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left with the clock stop for this free throw. Score is 60-38.
Number 33, Francisco Ubia, is coming into the game now.
Again, Cameron
Vikings.
Lehman sinks a free throw.
Flynn with the ball. 61-38. Flynn with the ball. Flynn passes to Hogarth. And
Unclear on the call.
looks like it will be a foul on the Vikings.
On the
Yep.
Vikings there.
Number 11 is performing the free throw. And it'll be a foul on number 12, Cameron Lehman. Only 2nd personal foul, though, so far this game.
Fouls are tied here for the teams.
Hogarth makes his first free throw.
It's clear that that Truckee is making a concentrated effort to not foul as much, and the Vikings have become much more aggressive in the second half of the game. It doesn't seem to be benefiting. I hope though.
No, Vikings still pulling ahead. Nathan Carney with the ball passes to Aquilina. Aquilina to Cameron Lehman. Cameron Lehman over to Andrew. Andrew Lehman loses the ball, taken by Aquilina. Aquilina passes to Andrew Lehman. Andrew Lehman tries to get past number 42.
Oh my gosh.
Knocked to the ground by Hogarth as he jumps and knocks the ball out of bounds.
42 throwing Andrew down as Hogarth comes in behind, almost stepping on him. It's really just past the game. This is a danger to the safety of the players. It's frankly very inappropriate.
Cameron Lehman with the ball, tries to get the shot up, and it's really just been, Truckee is now just trying to stop it in any way possible. They've kind of stopped trying to stop it with a kind of a dignified way, and they're just hitting the ball out of the hands of the players.
Absolutely.
Knocking them into the ground, and that's what happens. You get fouled.
Of course, it's understandable as the desperation of the situation is probably very relevant to the Truckee team. They're down by many, many points, and they need to make those points up in a 3-minute timeline.
Tahoe's been consistently up by 20 points, upwards of 20 points. Now Flynn with the ball.
And the desperation is understandable, but you're not going to make any progress if you're just running on pure anger.
And if you look at how the Vikings are playing, you would not guess what the score is. They're still playing like it's a very close game.
Yeah, the Vikings have not let up at any amount that's perceptible, at least.
And so there we saw a 3-pointer by the Truckee.
We of course have some new players on the court in this half. We've got Hayden Hunt joining the court team here.
And we also have Lewis Gayton. And Nathan Carney going for a shot. It's good. First time he scored this game. 65-42 is now the score. 2 minutes remaining in this game.
Looks like there's a substitution for the Truckee team. Looks like number 44 is coming out. He doesn't seem happy about that.
No, it is not. I think he wants to play and he wants to make up.
And now number 44 is coming back into the game. Very confusing choices by the Truckee coach over there.
Gayton passes to number 42, Elliot Rust, and he makes it. Layup. 65-44 is now the score. 1:48 remaining in the game.
Truckee is definitely trying to close the gap, and it's admirable to see that they are succeeding a little bit, but that is mostly due to an attitude change for most of the players. It seems like there's still an extreme attitude issue with most
Nathan
of
Truckee tries to get the
team.
shot off, taken by Rust. Rust passes to Gayton, passes to
but it's not
passes
made.
to Hogarth, who should have made that, couldn't quite make it, and it looks like he's very upset with himself. Now Chapman with the ball. Chapman tries to pass to Aquilina, but Rust gets the ball. Flynn now with the ball.
It seems like
Only
at the last
Andrew Lehman to
second,
stop him.
Truckee's aggressive play style seems to be paying off to some extent.
And Gayton now with the shot. Truckee finally closing the gap to under 20 points. Andrew Lehman passes to Logan Chapman, who kind of just gets hit from all sides.
That looks like a foul.
For sure. Number 44, Sam Perkerson coming in for Elliot Rust. And
Possibly some kind of violation on the point of the Vikings. They are now, the ball goes to Truckee.
okay, and then we see
With a minute
Perkerson
left.
passing to Flynn.
The real question is, will it be enough for Truckee? I would say no.
Yeah, and we have Hunt with the Hunt passes to Cruz. Cruz to Flynn. Flynn with a shot. It's no good. Rebound is almost taken by
Rebound is made by
Cruz.
Nathan Carney. There's a
Nathan
struggle.
Carney and Isaac Cruz fighting over the ball there. 39.8 seconds remaining. And there we see Andrew Lehman pass it to Aquilina. Aquilina tries to get it to Andrew Lehman, taken by Flynn. Andrew Lehman tries to stop it, but can't quite make
This
it there.
aggressive
48.
full-court defense is really giving the Vikings some trouble here. And the big question is, why haven't they been doing this all game?
And here we go. Aquilina hands it off to Andrew Lehman. Andrew Lehman passes through the legs to Francisco Ubas. Can't quite make it. Ball was taken by Perkerson. Passes to Flynn. Flynn passes to Gayton. Gayton with a shot. It's no good. Rebound taken by Ubas.
5.
Ubas on the ground. 2, 1.
It looks like that will be the game here.
And that's the
An
game.
incredible performance by the Vikings here today.
Incredible performance. Incredible win. It just is an amazing game all around. Vikings really using the communication and their teamwork to
Final score,
break Truckee down.
65-48.
65-48. I'm Emerson Beavers,
And I'm Cole Proctor.
and this is SDHS Basketball. Thanks for watching.
Shout to all my lost boys. Shout to all my lost boys. We rowdy. Shout to all my lost boys. Shout to all my lost boys. We rowdy. Shout to all my lost boys.
ready.